We're back here in the final segment of our program, The Platform, this evening, as we continue to talk about the efforts of BAMSI and the collaboration between the University of Florida and BAMSI in North Andros. And Dr. Valerie Delaveau has joined us. He is the Director of Marine Science Studies at BAMSI.
Yes, Director of Marine Science.
Director of Marine Science. You're ready for the opening of the
we're gearing up, moving full
Marine
speed
Science
ahead.
Department, yes?
Yes. Yes, we are. Classes will begin shortly, and we're preparing. Curriculum is being developed and being refined as we speak. The infrastructure for the marine component is being planned and developed, and some components are being put in place even now as we speak.
What will the curriculum entail?
The curriculum, initially for the first semester, we're looking at a general introduction to marine science. We're looking at introduction to aquaculture classes. There's several components for the curriculum that will be developed, where we're looking at our natural resources, our fisheries resources, training in general for just environmental care and good stewardship.
Mm-hmm. And you are going to have the infrastructure for the nurseries for fish at BAMSI?
Yes, on the farm we're developing our aquaponics unit, which will grow freshwater fish along with fruits and vegetables in a closed system, closed recirculating system. So they'll have very minimal environmental impact and produce good, healthy, nutritious fish and vegetables for the market.
Okay, so you are collaborating with the University of Florida in this regard as well?
Yes, we are. Well, during this visit, there were 10 agricultural professors who came on this visit recently, who are here not at this time, but a month ago, the marine side came. The marine side leads the way.
I see, okay.
We had a team of 2 marine professors in the marine department come by, and we visited Andros and talked extensively on collaboration and teaching opportunities and training and graduate student research and just sharing what we know and collaborating on all sides.
Mm-hmm. Talking about fish production, Bahamians are used to fish coming out of the sea, man.
That is true, yes. However,
you're dealing with freshwater stuff.
That is, well, if we want to grow vegetables, we can't use seawater.
Yes, I'm sure.
So, but what we're doing is, there has been some change over the last few years. If you go into any of the major markets now, supermarkets, you will find fish. And people may not know it's a freshwater fish they're buying, but they are buying fish. And certainly, it's on the market and it's being sold at good prices too.
And you believe that you would have the required number of students to make the Marine Science Department at BAMSI a going concern?
Well, to be frank, there were more applicants for the Marine Department than for the Agriculture Department.
Is that right?
Yes, there were.
So how many students do you think you might have on opening day?
The number of students, we expect to have a full allotment. We're looking for that. And I'd like to say at this point, it certainly isn't too late for students who are completed, who meet the requirements. It's still not too late for them to apply. They certainly can apply and be in the class for September. We're still going through the selection process for the students, and some students are being advised as we speak.
Okay, so people who want to have to be professional marine biologists, you are encouraging them to come down?
Yes, any marine biology, fish handling, fish care, aquaculture, even an interest in the marine environment, by all means. There's room for you at BAMSI.
Let's talk about marketing, gentlemen, Dr. Evans and Dr. Crane, as well as Dr. Delaveau. You can grow a whole lot of stuff, but if you don't have ready markets or the ability to get things to market, then as my friend would say, you're whistling Dixie. You're wasting time, eh?
That is quite true. And in fact, that is what we say to our growers. That before you put that seed in the ground, you should know where you're going to sell it. And so marketing, in fact, actually begins on the farm, because you need to be thinking about what variety you are going to produce that is needed by the consumer, when the consumer is going to want it, And I mean, who is going to purchase it and at what time? So marketing is important in that sense, that you need to be able to satisfy what the consumer requires. We are living in a world today where the consumer is king, and they determine exactly what they want. And so we talk about, even in this whole system, what we want to promote, right? And the effort of BAMSI is doing is looking to promote sustainable, market-driven production system. Sustainable, market-driven production system. Meaning, you got to find exactly what the consumer needs and work backward. So you find what the consumer needs, and then you have that targeted extension approach there, where the assistance that is provided by BAMSIC, for example, to the grower, is targeted at helping them to produce that particular crop or product that the consumer wants. Now, the other approach is that, the other thing is that you have to look at the value chain. How are you going to move that product from the farm to fork, from the farm to table? And you need to look at that value chain and see where all the bottlenecks are and how those bottlenecks can be addressed. The infrastructure is very important. It's no use you produce a particular commodity and it's staying there, it cannot be shipped, and it's deteriorating, and so that when it reaches the final consumer, it's not. Again, it's the same thing. The retailers, for example, not going to want to wait a length of time to get a particular order when they require particular stuff. So one of the concepts that we spoke about with BAMS, and something I think they'll probably be putting, into effect, is establishing what may be called food hubs, which would assist in collecting the various produce from the growers, ensuring that they are produced to standard, collecting them, putting on the seal of approval, and moving them, ensuring that the food distribution system is in place. And also maybe bringing early in the game the retailers or whatever it is, at the table, so that there is a sort of a guaranteed market.
So tell me, and we're wrapping up now.
Yeah.
The Dr. Omer Thomas talked about the papayas that are papaya trees that are bearing and the banana trees that are bearing. You really should have markets for these now. These markets should have already been sorted out, eh? Yes?
And I suspect, in fact, from what he had told me, is that he's already talking with major retailers, I don't know who, to take some of these produce off. And in addition, what he told me, which was really, really important, is that whereas some of the produce used to be, shipped once a week, now they are putting in place a system where they will be shipped almost on a daily basis.
Okay. Hopefully that will cause a reduction in the cost of these goods in the marketplace. Yes, Dr. Thomas, I hear you in the background. Thank you so very much, gentlemen. So is this your first trip to Andros? No?
It's my second.
Second?
This is my first trip
Okay.
to
Well, I'm sure you'd be coming back again and again, eh?
Sure.
Thank you so very much for being here today. And thank you so very much, Dr. Delaval.
Thank you.
You are in Andros just about every week, aren't you?
We do travel frequently, yes.
Okay. And you're going to be teaching there as well?
There are some courses we're still in developing whether or not I will be permanently based, but I expect I will have some teaching responsibilities in Andros.
Very good. Thank you for being here today. I appreciate it very much.
Thanks for having
And
me.
we thank Dr. Omer Thomas in his absence as well. Thank you for watching and listening to our program. Good evening, everyone.